The Biden administration announced yesterday that they will begin returning migrants who are seeking protection in the United States back to Mexico to await their court proceedings. It's the latest in a series of events that are being propelled by a mix of litigation and regrettable policy choices. Before diving into what we know and what we don't yet know about the re-implementation of the Migrant Protection Protocols, or MPP, let's remember how we got here. President Biden terminated MPP pretty soon after taking office. Several thousand people were orderly processed into the United States as part of a wind-down process. However, Missouri and Texas filed a lawsuit in Texas District Court to stop that wind-down, and a Trump-appointed judge rewarded them for their efforts by granting an injunction, preventing the Biden administration from terminating the program while the case was litigated. So even though the Biden administration issued a second termination memo in October, because the district court has yet to consider that new memo, the injunction from the Texas court is still in effect. Here's what we know about MPP version 2.0. It appears that the Biden administration has chosen to not only re-implement the program, but they are expanding it. Additional nationalities will now be included in or eligible for MPP. For example, Creole-speaking Haitians were never part of the former version of MPP. That changes on Monday. There are also supposed to be changes made in the program, such as asking migrants if they fear return to Mexico and whether there's a reasonable possibility that they will be persecuted or tortured there. Migrants are also supposed to be given a chance to consult with an attorney telephonically. But it's CBP who's tasked with asking these questions, and their rate of compliance has been historically low, even when they are being monitored by oversight officials. We also know from a leak report that they expelled people with certain vulnerabilities who should have been excluded from the MPP process. For example, children with epilepsy and other physical disabilities. We also know that MPP enrollees will be offered COVID-19 vaccines, but the public health order expelling individuals known as Title 42 because of COVID-19 will remain in place. And that is what's going to be used as an overlay. So individuals will either be expelled under Title 42 or potentially enrolled in MPP. Lastly, none of the publicly available guidance says anything about what happens to the cases of people who were formerly enrolled in MPP and may find themselves in the United States or elsewhere. It is the calm before the storm, and AILA will continue to advocate for the administration to vigorously defend their second termination memo, but also not gloss over the real harm that cannot be mitigated with every passing day that this policy is in effect. You can continue to find out more about developments on our featured issue page, the Migrant Protection Protocols.